In 2019, Rhode Island followed the national trend with a year-over-year increase in average price sale of 5.6%. Rhode Island actually experienced the highest average price on record for single-family homes in the 43 years since that number's been recorded. I'm Sandy Warner with the Harbor to Hill Real Estate Team. That was 2019. What's on tap for 2020? We're seeing gradual price increases both on single-family homes and multifamily homes, while condominiums are remaining somewhat stable. We're most likely going to continue to see some average to slow price increases on both single-family and multifamily. Freddie Mac came out with a report in October of 2019 saying that they expected to see an average of 2.8% price increase. What does that mean for you? If you're selling a home, you're likely going to be able to get a little more equity this year than you would have in 2019. The possible downside to that is as prices go up, we start edging out more buyers. That means you need to be pretty competitive. You want to make sure that your house is in good shape. You want to make sure you're offering a better product to those buyers out there that can still purchase when we get into higher price ranges. If you're a buyer, what do higher prices mean for you? Well, it means that demand is continuing to outpace supply. And that means you as a buyer, you've got to be ready. You want to make sure you've been talking to a lender and you're pre-approved. You want to make sure, first of all, that you know how much you can afford. Don't stretch to buy a house that's just going to strap you for the next 15 years. Look at your criteria. Get a really good handle on what you have to have, what's going to make your next home a great home, and be prepared to let go of those little things that might push that sale price out of range for you. So be quick, be ready to move quickly and to be decisive. That means get a really good agent on your side, somebody that's got their finger on the properties that aren't even coming to the market. The next trend we're going to talk about is interest rates. Interest rates are pretty steady. We had a little volatility back in the fall of 2019, and right now they've stabilized. Freddie Mac came out with a report in January, and I have these reports. I'll link to them down below, saying that they expected interest rates to stay right around 3.7 to 3.8%, probably through 2021. The things that could change that, we are in an election year. Both candidates or both sides of the election debate are going to be benefited by a steady interest rate. So that shouldn't, the fact that there's that uncertainty around the election should not result in volatility around the interest rate. Some things that can affect that are trade relations between the U.S. and other countries. Some things like Brexit could affect it. The trade war with China could affect it. But overall, the outlook, most of the gurus out there do feel that the interest rates are going to stay really steady. What's that mean for you if you're a seller? Well, that means that buyers are pretty confident that these interest rates are going to stay low, and they're going to be willing to go ahead and make that investment in your property. If we start seeing volatility in the interest rate, a lot of buyers will move over to the sidelines. We've seen these historically low interest rates for quite a while now, for 2-3 years at least, and buyers are gaining some confidence that those rates will stay there and they're willing to spend the money. If they start seeing jumps 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4.0, it can make people nervous and they'll come out of the marketplace. That means you need to really be attractive to those buyers that are in there. You want to make sure that your house has the best curb appeal, that it shows well, that it's repaired, that your property compares well to all of the other properties in your neighborhood that are on the market. For buyers, what does that mean for you? Well, it means you can get a whole lot more house for your money. If you think about it, I think about my parents when they bought their house in the 70s, interest rates were at 20 to 25%, meaning that a quarter of every mortgage payment you made was towards your interest rate. We don't have that now, which means if you can spend $300,000 or $400,000 on a home, that's giving you more home because you're not putting 25% of that or 20 or even 10% of that towards interest payments. So buyers, that means you get more for your money when interest rates stay low. So this may be a good time for you to consider a 15-year mortgage instead of a 30-year mortgage. For those of you that follow some of the finance gurus out there, a 15-year mortgage is a little more certain in what interest rates are going to do. You're going to build equity faster. You have the ability to build equity faster because you're paying less interest. And you can get that house paid off, meaning you can probably sell that quicker and have a bigger gain, taking advantage of these increasing prices. Regardless of whether you're buying or selling, we're here to help. We can answer any of those questions for you. We keep an eye on this market every day. We watch what's happening in Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts, and we talk to buyers and sellers like you all the time. I'm Sandy Warner with the Harbor to Hill Real Estate Team. Give us a call at 401-662-7204, and we'll be happy to answer any real estate questions that you have.